Hello and salutations and greetings to all of you. If you are a Tribe graduate, welcome back. It's really lovely to have so many familiar faces joining us. And if you're new to Tribe, very, very warm welcome to you. In this Zoom, we want to set you off on the right foot for this training. So I will go through some of the logistics to clarify how the training is going to flow. And we would love to invite some of you to say hi. And I'm going to run through a practice for us all to enjoy, quite a short practice. But before we go any further, it's really important to acknowledge the process that we are about to begin. So normally on Tribe trainings, we start with quite a grand opening. We'll usually do residential trainings in person. A grand opening ceremony with smudging and chanting and meditation and puja with fire and all those lovely things. And it's really, really special. And it's a ritual, and life is full of rituals, and rituals are a way for us to focus and commit our energy to something. They're a great way to celebrate new beginnings, to acknowledge specific experiences, and to put ourselves into a supported and protected space. So that's why we do an opening ceremony. And that's why I asked you to have some sage available for this moment. If you don't have any, it's okay, but I do encourage you to get some for your personal use in your everyday life. Smudging is a really great way to clear energy and gain spiritual protection and blessings and purify the body and the mind. So right now, we are going to officially open this training with a consecration and a short centering and grounding meditation. So if you haven't done a consecration, don't worry. The first tutorial that you watch, the first part of this course, will actually introduce you more to the concept of consecration, why we do it and how we do it. But right now, just go with the flow. Sometimes we have practice and theory. Sometimes we have theory, then practice. In this case, it's practice first. So please get your smudge stick close to you and ready to light if you have one. And don't forget to have some way to put out when we finish. So, yeah, let's come to a place of stillness and begin to close your eyes, coming to this moment here and now. See if you can bring your spine to some kind of verticality, shoulders relaxing away from the ears, head centered and steady. And take a nice deep breath in and out. And I can still hear a few microphones that are on. So Raquel, can you switch off any extra microphones that are on, because you are the host? Good. So in your comfortable seated position with your eyes closed, bring your attention to your breathing. Without changing your breath, just observe your breath. And as you sit in relative stillness, let go of anything that's been going on in your everyday life. Just let everything drop away into the past and become fully present and rooted in this moment. As you continue to breathe, take your awareness down to Muladhara chakra, the base of the spine, and feel yourself becoming more grounded, centered, and stable, connecting to the earth energy beneath you, feeling the support and nourishment from the earth. And then rising your energy up all the way to the crown of the head. Feel an opening at this level. divine flow flowing down into your body, feeling yourself more supported and guided by divine flow. And then finally bringing your attention to your heart center, connecting to this space of gratitude and appreciation. And from these three centers, we offer the fruits of this training ahead of us to something higher, to the divine. And we humbly ask for guidance and support so that we can remain committed and focused in our studies, in preparation to be a better vessel for the teachings, as we absorb the teachings and are able to better express them when we go out into the world. I invite you now to say any extra words mentally that will help you to commit yourself to the 4 weeks ahead of you. And that will do. Slowly opening your eyes and taking hold of your smudge stick, your sage if you have it. And this is something that we have a lot and we use a lot on the tribe trainings. And for me, it's a very special herb and it instantly has an effect on me. So if you haven't experienced sage before, it's very, very powerful. And it's an invitation to really focus on what's happening inside of you. When you start to smudge, things are happening. You know, you are being embraced by this, the power of this herb. And it's helping you to clear your energies and to support you to be more clear and focused in your mind and in yourself. So everybody who has the sage, you can light your sage now. And there's lots of ways you can smudge. I'm just going to invite us all to smudge 3 times in a circle. Woo. Closing your eye if you feel to. Inhaling this amazing, powerful herb. Noticing what it does to you, how it makes you feel. And whenever you're ready, putting out your smudge as we go into an opening meditation.
So in the same position that you guys are, we're going to do a short meditation. So just let us start in a comfortable seated position. And let's take a few deep breaths and allow your body to take in all the air that it needs. Imagine your entire body softening. And begin by thanking the divine for all the gifts in your life right now. Appreciating what we have been is a magical key to moving forwards. Every situation and relationship from your past has taught you something useful and has made you who you are today. Now, notice those things that you don't need anymore. What keeps you stuck? What stops you from living your deepest dreams? Maybe you can recognize some obstacles to achieving the changes that you choose for your life. Let all those things to surface in your mind. If something has surfaced, maybe envision them as a muddy stream which flows out with every exhalation. See yourself releasing all hurts, sadness, imbalance, and injustice in your life from the past and the present. Feel them dissolving, pouring out of your body. Just let them go. Release all the should haves, could haves, if onlys. There are many layers to let go. So for now, let go of those things that you are able to. Just let them go. Now, let's take time to express gratitude for the lessons learned. And then visualize them gently living or changing to promote your new reality. And as you free yourself from part of your past, you open up a space for fresh and exciting new opportunities to come into your life. As the old energy flows out, experience a new lightness. Maybe you can even feel a new power, vitality entering from your mind, from your body, opening up a space for compassion, for forgiveness, for health, for prosperity and success. Let's dwell in this new space for a short time, opening your hearts and expressing gratitude for the opportunity to grow, for the opportunity to move forwards. Honor and acknowledge yourself for the courage to do so. Sometimes it's easier just to stay where we are. Now imagine that you can breathe in the qualities that you will need for the new part of your life, for this journey that we are starting today. Breathe in courage to be true to yourself. Just breathe in. Breathe in patience, discipline, spontaneity, anything that you feel would assist you in this new beginning. See yourself as strong and positive. And in your mind's eye, picture what you would like to receive in your life and imagine yourself easily receiving those gifts. See yourself joyful and content with this new reality that you are creating. And from here, all together, we're going to bring the hands into Anjali Mudra with the thumbs lightly touching the chest. We're going to inhale and exhale. And on the next inhalation, deep breath in and exhale with an Om. Om. Gently opening the eyes and welcome back.
Thank you very much, Raquel.
You're welcome.
So yes, today we are going to start our Yoga Nidra training together. And in this Zoom, we're going to go through some of the logistics. I'm going to give you a practice of the Yoga Nidra inspired practice that we're going to be learning for the first week of this training until we move into the traditional Yoga Nidra. And depending on the time, we want to invite you to say hi and tell us a bit about yourself as well. So yeah, lots to get through. For those of you that don't know me, I'll just introduce myself. I left England in my early 20s and traveled about 15 years in Asia, embarking on lots of spiritual studies, encounters and experiences. And for the past 16 years, I've been running the tribe yoga teacher trainings. And then before COVID, my rhythm was to spend my winters in Asia teaching and my summers in Austria, just enjoying life. And I, as a student, have completed 3 Hatha yoga trainings: traditional Ashtanga training, a dynamic yoga training, and a Tantra teacher training. But generally speaking, I see myself now as a facilitator of trainings, and the teachings do all the magic. So nowadays I spend my time enjoying my passions in Austria: sound healing, pranayama, cacao, gardening, swimming in the amazing fresh, clean waters here in the mountains. And I just try and live a very simple and spontaneous life here with my amazing, loving and supporting partner, who doesn't also have a proper job. He's an artist. So I really do love being in yoga community, and I love teaching. And this is one of the reasons why I created this Yoga Nidra training, so I could reach out to people, especially in the COVID time. We created this training then. Yeah, we've run this training now 2 times, and it's been really special both times. And before, it was myself and Gaia running the trainings, and Gaia is not available now, so I've invited Raquel, and that's really amazing because Raquel is a teacher that I've taught with on the tribe trainings for many years, and it's really nice to be back teaching together, because now she has her own yoga school and runs her own teacher trainings, and she'll tell you a bit more about herself in a moment. As with Yoga Nidra, it really is a very special practice, and I personally wanted to crystallize my understanding and grow my own knowledge and connection to the practice, and that's why I kind of created this Yoga Nidra teacher training. I'm still quite new to teaching online, and this will be Raquel's first online teaching experience. So if there's any logistics that aren't working, I apologize in advance, but do let me know if anything's not running smoothly for you. And yes, if you have any questions as we go through this Zoom, pop them in the chat or just remember them, and at the end we'll give you a chance to ask your questions. And yeah, right now I'll hand you over to Raquel and let her introduce herself.
Thank you so much, Scarlett. I usually interrupt Scarlett when she's talking, but I don't want to do that right now because I know the voices might overlap. So what to do? It's my first training online, and I'm loving it already. It's very, very nice to see you all here starting this journey today. And for those of you who don't know me, because I've seen many familiar faces, and it really fills me with joy to share with you guys again, and for you guys to share with us also. For those that don't know me, my name is Raquel, and I started practicing 20-something years ago. And everything started one day after a very long asana practice. In Shavasana, I discovered relaxation. I don't think I had ever been relaxed in my life before. And that feeling was so powerful. That feeling of inner peace and harmony was so amazing that it just instilled in me the passion for yoga. And I wanted to learn everything about yoga. So as I continue studying, the effects on myself were more and more profound, but mainly on my mind. So I started studying loads of yoga philosophy because I was very interested on the effects on the mind, and I realized that all these ancient rishis and yogis knew 3,000 years ago that the brain has waves, something that is proven these days scientifically. They also develop those methods so that we can remove all those obstacles that doesn't allow us to feel that inner peace. So as I continue studying, mainly in Asia, I finished my teacher's training in the UK, but then I moved to Asia. I discovered there in Nepal Yoga Nidra, but I didn't know it was Yoga Nidra. That was with my Tantra teacher. He gave me this, what I thought was a very relaxing practice. And it wasn't until I went back to Delhi and I went randomly into a library that I exchanged my guide for Nepal for a book, and the guy from the library offered me that book. It's called Meditation from the Tantras, written by Swami Satyananda Saraswati, and there is where I could name for the first time the practices that I thought was very relaxing as Yoga Nidra. Since then, I've been practicing Yoga Nidra a lot, and I think it's an incredible transformative practice. And if I, not that we have to, but if I have to choose a practice, because sometimes physically I haven't been that able, or you are traveling, the one practice that I always keep and carry with me is Yoga Nidra. I mean, it really helps to integrate all the experiences that you've gone through life, and it's something that everyone, regardless of the ability, the physical ability or anything else, can practice. So I think it's a wonderful practice, and I was very excited to have this opportunity to share my understanding of the practice with me. And very quickly, on a personal note, just to say that I'm extremely happy for many reasons, but one of them, as Scarlett has already mentioned, we met, I think in 2007 or 2008 in Rishikesh. It was very beautiful times. We were like really much into our yoga practice, finding teachers, and we met. And then, like magic, life brought us together a few months later in Goa. And as we started teaching together, I started teaching with Scarlett. I think it's been one of the periods on my life that I've learned and grown the most. So thank you for inviting me to teach on that training, Scarlett. And second, and I promise I finished, I just seen Diana here and Wendy and who else I saw? Jenny, and Sarah and some other people that I've spent amazing times with. And as I say, I'm very grateful that you guys have joined us again. I'm going to leave it here because we need to get on with the logistics. But I'm very, very happy and grateful to be here. Namaste.
Myself? Okay. I'm just going to make Raquel the host in case somebody is in the waiting room.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay. Okay. So, yes, as well as exploring Yoga Nidra, our intention is to support you to effectively share these teachings and develop the way you express yourself and hold space as a teacher. I know some of you aren't yoga teachers, and that's okay. You will be a Yoga Nidra teacher. So what we learn in this training is not only about teaching Yoga Nidra, but it's about us as teachers. And you will see that when you receive the first lesson tomorrow. We're talking about consecration, how important it is to hold that space. So the first 7 days or so of this course are dedicated to support you to create a Nidra-inspired practice, which includes rotation of consciousness and relaxation. But you're going to note that there's no Sankalpa mentioned, and we will slowly but surely cover Sankalpa and all the other elements of the traditional practice as the course unfolds. But this week we are introducing this Yoga Nidra inspired practice, and we like to call it a meditative relaxation practice. And in this type of practice, we have taken out the yogic terminology and also eliminated the need to introduce and get people to understand Sankalpa. So this kind of meditative relaxation, which I will be sharing with you shortly in this session, can be shared to all sorts of audiences and can be offered in different settings as a way to relax and de-stress. And since wellness and self-development are one of the biggest industries in the world, you can present yourself as a meditative relaxation coach and surely be very successful, because Yoga Nidra, many people need nowadays. The course material, hopefully you all have the assignment document that I sent you via email. If you don't have the assignment document, then you can pop onto the Facebook group and you'll find it there to download. Also, the Yoga Nidra book you can download from Facebook in our little group. And I'm going to tell you now, every week we will give you the password for the videos that you need to watch in order to complete your assignments. And the password for this week, really difficult, you need to write it down, 111. Okay, so 3 1s is the password for this week. And I will pop that in the Facebook group, just in case you have a complete loss of memory and you need to refresh. So as you go through this course, we want you to stay on track, and we will monitor your progress by asking you to send in your completed assignments at the end of each week. So we want you to copy and paste your completed week's assignment and pop it in an email and send it to us at Tribe. And we would like to receive all the completed assignments before the next Zoom session. So you can send it in on Sunday. And it's actually quite nice to print out your assignments and write. You know, nowadays, nobody uses a pen. And so actually when you're studying, it's quite refreshing to get a pen and write down your thoughts. And we're going to invite you as well to write a dream diary and to keep a log of your practices that you do during the course. So I encourage you to go old-fashioned and take a pen to paper, and then you can just take a photo of your assignments and send the photos to us. And then we have the practicums. Yeah. And from the previous trainings, we heard from the students that they really appreciated getting together in their practicum groups. So I hope you are also going to enjoy getting together and sharing the practice together. And then you get that valuable support and you get feedback and you can inspire each other with what's going on in your practice and your studies. And when you get together, everybody gets a chance to teach, to assess, and to practice. And that's all explained in the video tutorials. So don't worry, as you go through the tutorials, everything becomes very clear. So the practice and sleep diary, some of you may already have done some kind of nidra or dream diary in the past. I encourage you to use the next 4 weeks to strengthen your practice and connection to Yoga Nidra by practicing different times in a day, practicing 2 different Nidra practices delivered by different teachers, and make notes of your experiences and the practices that you have and your dreams. Remember, when you wake up, just note down your dreams. They are going to be affected by this practice, and you might be able to have better recall of your dreams because you're doing Yoga Nidra. So the Facebook group, at the moment, that's the only way to communicate with us. You can send me an email, but it's really nice if you have a question to post your questions in the Facebook group, because myself and Raquel are students as much as we are teachers. So we're all here to learn and grow together. So rather than me answering questions that you have about this, the teaching material or the practice, it's much more useful to all of us and much more inspiring and supportive if we all share our questions and answers. So let's, as much as possible, use the Facebook to, you know, just connect to each other and get to know each other and use it as a way to share our experiences. The certificate that you get will be a tribe certificate of completion, and you can present that to anybody and to acknowledge that you are a Yoga Nidra teacher and you've done 4 weeks of study on top of your 200-hour teacher training, or not, if you're not a teacher. But in particular, if you do want the Yoga Alliance certificate, myself or Raquel will have to attend your final practicum and assess you. And as mentioned on the website, there is an extra cost for the Yoga Alliance certificate, but I don't feel you need that to be a Yoga Nidra teacher. You're all teachers and no extra piece of certificate is going to change that. So you don't really need the Yoga Alliance certificate, but if you do want it, then you can go back to the website and or at least notify me as soon as possible, because I need to put you in the Yoga Alliance student list. Yeah. And then, yeah, so if you do have any questions, we are here for you. So please don't hold back. Anything that you've got to say, just, yeah, we're here for you anytime. Through the week, you can email me or catch me on Facebook. And the Yoga Nidra book, this is my book. I think I bought this in Rishikesh a long time ago. It's getting a bit tatty now. I highly recommend that you have this book for studying. Now, I know some of you might not have got your book yet, but it's really useful to be able to flick backwards and forwards. You can't do that on a computer. So you're going to start to become very familiar with this book, and you're going to be able to jump around in this book and find pieces of information that you need very quickly that you won't be able to do if you're just using the PDF. So I highly recommend that you use this book as your little Yoga Nidra Bible. Okay, so we are going to have a little practice now, but before we do that, if you have any questions about the things that I've just been going over, then
okay, Scarlett, there is a question, I think.
Yes.
Or it pops up on my computer that there is a question, but I
Wait,
cannot see.
maybe we can.
But I cannot see the question.
Oh, really? Can you type the password? My audio videos.
Yeah, I have already.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, maybe there is not a question.
Okay, meditations intention. Okay, good. Okay, so we will do this. Practice is going to be about 30 minutes long. So I suggest we have a quick water in, water out. So 5 minutes. And you will be doing this practice on a chair. So Swami Satyananda, he does recommend that Yoga Nidra is done lying down. We are adapting this practice for different audiences. And he does say that it's possible to do Yoga Nidra on a chair, and that's the practice that we're doing for the first week. So make sure you've got a chair. It can be an armchair, it can be a kitchen chair, it doesn't matter, just a chair where you can sit with your feet flat on the floor. So we're going to take a 2-minute break. If you need to go to the toilet or whatever, now's the time. And then we will have this Nidra practice in 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Charlotte. Hi. Sorry, I will take advantage when we have a little break. I just put a question there. Is it possible for me to lie down today because I have issue with my neck and I really feel like I need to rest the neck?
Absolutely, sure, for sure.
And I have a special pillow, so I can use that as well, right?
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
How beautiful and honest.
Yes,
absolutely. You could have switched the camera off and just
no. We have to be honest.
Very sweet of you. Thank you for asking. That's so sweet. Oh, maybe that was the question that we had before here. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. One more minute.
Yeah. Yeah, some people are asking if they can lie down because they've been feeling sick, of course.
Okay, you can lie down. At some point, you will want to experience it from sitting in a chair, especially if you're going to give this practice in, say, the office, where sometimes people don't want to lie down on the floor. But of course, you can do what you want today. At the end of this week, in the practicums, you will be given this practice again, the Yoga Nidra inspired practice. So maybe that will be an opportunity to do it in a seated position.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get ready for the practice of meditative relaxation.
I think you've muted yourself, Scarlett.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. I'm already into the practice. Okay, technical hitch. Okay, so I'm going to start again. Let's get ready for the practice of meditative relaxation. It will bring you into a light, altered state of consciousness where you will experience deep relaxation, rejuvenation, and a recalibration of your energies, and a reconnection to your inner being. Please make arrangements so that you will not be disturbed. Switch off your phone and any other electrical gadgets not in use for this practice. If you feel the room is cool, and maybe right now you can get a blanket, and then you can sit in any kind of chair. Some of you are lying down, that's really fine as well. If you're sitting in a chair, make sure you can put your feet flat on the floor. And if available, have cushions or anything to support more comfort. Making sure that your back feels supported and you're not slumping or slouching. And position your body symmetrically so that you feel steady and grounded with your feet resting on the floor. Or if you're lying down, just make sure your palms are facing up and your feet are about hip width apart, the toes splaying out to the side. And relax your shoulders. Let your hands come to rest on your thighs, or wherever they feel they rest most comfortably. If you're lying down, make sure your head is centered. And if you're sitting, make sure your chin is slightly down or up, depending on where it needs to go, so your head becomes balanced and weightless. Just adjusting your head position. And if you haven't already done so, please now close your eyes and keep them closed until the end of this session, when I will ask you to reopen them. Take a couple of deep breaths in. And each time you breathe out, soften and relax your entire body. Now, as you continue to breathe naturally, surrender your physical body into the support of the chair or the ground beneath you. Remind yourself that any physical or mental phenomena that may arise during this practice are only temporary experiences. They need not distract you from remaining as still as possible throughout this entire session. There is to be no movement. You're going to remain in complete stillness, as this practice is the act of hearing and the act of feeling. These are the only important factors. Say to yourself mentally, I'm going to practice meditative relaxation. I will remain awake. I will remain conscious. Should you fall asleep, that's perfectly fine. Your subconscious will still be actively following the instructions, and the practice will continue to be effective. At times you may find that your mind begins to wander, begins to drift. It doesn't matter where your mind drifts to. It doesn't matter where your mind goes, because you will continue to respond to this voice at the subconscious level, remaining in a conscious state of conscious awareness. Now develop an awareness of the room that you're in. Expand your awareness to extend outside of your body and far off into the distance. Notice any sounds near or far. Like a sonic radar, your awareness is picking up on different sounds. Simply allow your awareness to shift from one sound to the next. Sometimes close, sometimes far. And notice yourself becoming more and more alert, more and more present. Now center your awareness in your body. Moment by moment, it is gradually relaxing. Be aware of your breathing. Fully conscious of your breathing. Awareness of your breath and awareness of your body. Watch as the breath flows in and out through the nostrils. Notice the quality of your breath and observe the gentle movement of the chest, rising as you breathe in and relaxing down as you breathe out. Each inhalation, note a gentle feeling of expansion, and on each exhalation, a feeling of release, of letting go. Feel the warm aliveness of the whole of your body, sinking down into the support of the chair or ground beneath you. Right now, there is nothing of importance for you to do except to allow yourself to relax. Any sounds apart from the sound of my voice are not important, because my voice is here to guide you to relax deeper and deeper. And the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you continue to go. And as the subtle power of gravity, the natural pull of the earth, gently pulls you down, you're becoming more and more aware of the natural, warm aliveness of your body. You can feel your hands and your fingers getting softer and warmer. Perhaps becoming aware of a pleasant, tingly glow within and around them. And as your hands continue to soften, to release the memory of old tension, every part of your body is becoming more and more relaxed. Deeper and deeper relaxed. We will now begin the gradual relaxation process, moving your awareness through the different body areas. As quickly as possible, your awareness is to jump freely from one body part to the next. In your mind, mentally repeat the name of each body part after me. And simultaneously become aware of that body part. Noticing any fine vibrations, slight warming, and the loss of the feeling of body outline at the level of the relaxed area. There is no need to concentrate. Simply remain alert and relaxed, fully awake, fully present. We begin with the right side of the body. Project your mind to the right hand fingers. Begin this relaxation process from the fingers to the toes. All 5 fingers. The thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, right side of the chest, right side of the waist, right hip, upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, all 5 toes, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Note now the overall relaxation of the right side of the body. Perceive the difference between the right side relaxed and the left side yet to be relaxed. Now project your mind to the left hand fingers and begin the relaxation process from the fingers to the toes. All 5 fingers, the thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left side of the chest, left side of the waist, left hip, upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, all 5 toes, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Note now the overall relaxation of the left side of the body. The right side of the body is relaxed. The left side of the body is relaxed. Now become aware of the back of the body. Back of the head, back of the neck, back of the right shoulder, back of the left shoulder, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, right lower back, left lower back, the right buttock, left buttock, the spine, the whole back together. Now the front of the body. Go to the top of the head, forehead, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin. Observe a global relaxation throughout the entire body. The whole of the right leg relaxed. The whole of the left leg relaxed. Both legs together relaxed. Whole of the right arm relaxed. Whole of the left arm relaxed. Both arms together. The whole of the back relaxed. The whole front together relaxed. The whole of the head relaxed. Legs, arms, back, front, head together relaxed. The whole body together. The whole body. The whole body. Visualize the whole body completely relaxed. Intensify your awareness. whole body, the whole body. Please remain alert. Total awareness, no sleeping, no movement. The whole body lying in complete stillness. Your body is lying in stillness. Your body is in complete stillness. Become aware of your breath. Feel the flow of the breath into and out of the lungs. Do not try to change the rhythm. The breathing is natural, organic, spontaneous. You are not doing it. There is no effort to watch the breath as it flows into and out of your body. Maintain your awareness of the breath, and at the same time you're going to start counting backwards as follows. I am breathing in 24, I am breathing out 24. I am breathing in 23, I am breathing out 23. Start counting in this way, mentally to yourself, until I say stop. Total awareness of breathing, total awareness of counting, counting down from 24. If you lose the count, simply return to 24 and begin again. And that will do. Release the count and note your level of relaxation as you simply witness your breathing. Notice the passage of air as it flows into and out of the body. Develop total awareness of your natural, free-flowing breath as it streams in and out at the nostrils. Now extend your awareness to the movement of the breath as it flows to the chest. As you inhale, the chest gently rising. As you exhale, the chest gently moving down. Be aware and notice how the breath guides you into a connection with your heart center. Each breath leading you to that place of peace, harmony, and love that exists inside of you. Wherever you are and whatever you are doing, this place is always present and available to you. Simply by breathing with awareness, you can come back to this space whenever you want. You just simply be still, be aware of your breath, tune into your heart space, and be present. Now feel the power and energy of the breath expanding and spreading to all parts of the body. Carrying with it life-giving and healing energy. A life force permeating your whole being, bringing healing, revitalization, replenishing and rejuvenating on all levels. At this time, your body and mind is completely balanced, nourished and nurtured by the healing energies within. In this space, you are recharging and re-energizing your whole system. Feel a growing sense of empowerment. You are more centered, more grounded, more confident. Mentally repeat after me. I am physically centered. I am mentally focused. I am emotionally balanced. I am physically centered. I am mentally focused. I am emotionally balanced. Now take a long, slow, deep breath in and shift your attention to become aware of your physical body. Still keeping your eyes closed, externalize your attention and develop an awareness of your surroundings. So this relates to the people who are sitting in the chair. Still with the eyes closed, slowly and gently rub the palms of the hands up and down on the thighs a few times. And then mindfully begin to make slow movements to stretch and gently awaken your physical body. If you're lying down, wiggle your toes and fingers and also make stretching movements. Those on the chair, rub your hands rapidly together to create heat and then cup the palms of your hands over your eyes. If you're lying down on the floor, you can slowly make your way to a seated position and join us as we rub our hands again. And then palm over your eyes, feeling the warming energy flowing from the palms into the eyes, soothing, relaxing, and softening the eyes. Now gently massage your eyes with your fingertips. You can massage your forehead and your temples. Give yourself a little stroke over the face. Slide your hands all the way down the front of the body. And then returning the last time to stillness with the eyes closed, cultivating a sense of gratitude and appreciation for that well of infinite peace and calm that resides inside of you and is always available to you throughout every moment of your life. Now, whenever you feel ready, you can slightly open the eyes, keep your gaze down and let the light slowly filter in. And as you become accustomed to the colors and forms of the material world around you, I invite you to take a moment to thank yourself for spending this time cultivating wellness and an open communication with yourself. See if you can keep this connection and awareness of yourself so you can remain harmonious, cooperative, and supportive in all situations that life places you in. Bringing the hands to the heart, I thank you for your presence and your participation. This practice of meditative relaxation is now complete.
Thank you so much, Scarlett. I once heard that there cannot be violence if the body is relaxed. So after those practices, one feels that if everyone practiced Yoga Nidra, we would have a very peaceful world, really. All right, okay, well, thank you. And now we're going to open the possibility of whoever wants to talk and share a little bit about yourself so that we get to know each other. Obviously, we are a very big group, so we are not going to have time to go through everyone. You will have that opportunity in your smaller groups, but it would be beautiful if today you want to share something about yourselves, about your experience with Yoga Nidra, anything that you want to talk about really in this sacred space that we've created today. So just unsilence your microphone and
Maybe if you give us a little wave or you put a thumbs up in the chat, we will invite you to introduce yourself.
I don't have everyone here.
Otherwise, we're going to start picking people. Aha, Annie.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for that, Scarlett. I kind of feel too yummy to say anything very philosophical, but I'm just very grateful to be here and to gain these new learnings with you all. And yeah, it's a really exciting few weeks ahead.
Thank you, Annie. Annie was on our Sri Lanka yoga teacher training last year. Great to have you back. Somebody else? Sam.
Hey everyone, that seated practice was absolutely fantastic. I've always done it kind of in a comfortable chair, which is basically like laying down. So it was nice to experience it in more of a upright setting. Although I did think I was going to fall backwards at one point. So, you know, that was a startling moment to go, whew. But yeah, no, it was absolutely fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to learning more and more about Yoga Nidra. I already practice it and share it, and it's just the most spectacular practice.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Parvez Ahmed, and I think it was the fantastic practice. Just I want to know that you were actually guiding us about the Yoga Nidra in each and every phase when we were practicing. I was actually lying down. Though I felt that my lower limbs were relaxed and they were light because they were carrying the burden. I think that burden had been released. To me, it was the good practice, though I once or twice performed, but this is the guided and how can it is the journey with you people for the 5 weeks, and it will be fantastic to get a more and more knowledge about the yoga. I just want a quick question regarding what I have read in the book, because here it said your physical body, outer body shall be silent, but your inner body, inward, will be active. So if once you can find time, then you can also enlighten us for that purpose. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pravez. Thank you for sharing. Nice. Video. Oh. Okay, Wendy. Where's Wendy? Is Wendy here? Okay. Aha, Natasha. Natasha.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, I have a quick question about mitigating sort of pain and discomfort. I thought it was brilliant in the chair because I am guilty of completely wandering and drifting off. And I was fully alert and present, and I was absolutely astounded at just how sort of calm and centered my mind was. But then the right side of my neck and shoulders playing up, it was just taking me away from it. I was like, oh, I'm in such a good place. It's got me thinking about people and students who may suffer regularly with pain and discomfort in their bodies, even when they're lying down. And I imagine we'll delve deeper into this, but obviously it's a practice of tuning in, connecting, systematically relaxing the body. But for somebody who deals with a lot of pain, yeah, I don't quite know how to navigate around that. I once had a student ask about, can you do Nidra without actually doing the body scan? I've always been under the opinion that the body scan is a necessary part of the practice.
So the body scan is, well, the rotation of consciousness definitely is a part of the traditional yoga nidra practice. But this is why, you know, we've just called this a yoga nidra inspired practice, because we haven't actually included sankalpa per se. But you will find out in the world some people teaching and saying it's yoga nidra and they haven't got rotation of consciousness. And I would just suggest that you call it something else if it doesn't have rotation of consciousness, basically. In terms of the pain, that is a tricky one. And yeah, it's later on in the course, we talk about what you can possibly do, maybe pre-practice, like doing a little bit of like stretching and opening up and releasing the body before sitting down, before lying down, so they don't come cold into the yoga nidra practice. And some people have pain and they have it 24/7. My partner has pain 24/7 and he manages it, and they will still get benefit from doing the practice. It might be more of a challenge, but also they're not necessarily going to fall asleep as easily as other people. So they get to maintain their awareness much more easily, maybe. But I think as much as possible, cushions and making people as comfortable as they can be and letting them choose a position that suits them. Why not they lie on their side if they need to? Yeah. You know, you can do yoga nidra standing up, you know, so you can do it in any position, and people need to find the right position for them. If you're doing it as a practice to go to sleep, where the practice just takes you into sleep and you don't, the person who's leading the practice does not bring you back from sleep, they just lead you into sleep. And you know, you're lying in bed and you get as comfortable, you get in your sleeping position and you put the audio on and the practice will hopefully lead you into sleep. So lots of things to think about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And talk to people who do have the pain, and, you know, see what they get from the practice. What is their experience? Are they just happy that they're getting a little bit of respite from their mind? Or is it just too troubling for them to be in the practice and it's all about pain? And in that case, maybe they're not ready to be doing the yoga nidra practice because it's just torture. So there's no point in being in this practice with pain if it's going to be torture for them. But for some people, they can manage that challenge and other people not.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else want to share? Because we, you know, most of us here are teachers, so you have your experience to share as well. We'd love to hear from you.
We have Jenny here. Hello, Jenny.
Hi Raquel, hi Scarlett, hi everyone. So I was on the 200-hour training in Goa in, I think it's 2012.
Wow.
So long ago. It's great to see you. You haven't changed a bit. And yeah, that was gorgeous. I really loved it. And I found it really great sitting up, because I do find myself falling asleep, and I noticed myself starting to drift off, and then but sitting up helped me keep more focused. So that was great. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this practice with working mums who are, you know, close to burnout, who just need that space to de-stress and relax. So I'm really excited about sharing this with them.
Amazing.
Thank you.
You know, I was sitting in a car the other day, and my partner had gone in to have a meeting with somebody, and I was just sitting in the car, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do the rotation of consciousness. So I just like put myself into a little bit of a relaxed state, and I did the rotation of consciousness twice as I was sitting in the car, and then afterwards I just enjoyed, it was just a rotation of consciousness basically that I did, and I enjoyed this blissed out state. And my partner came back, and it was just as well that he was driving the car, he was going to drive the car, because I could have never started driving the car in the state that I was in. I was just like completely blissed out and out of my body and just having a great time. And it was literally 8-minute practice of just going through the rotation of consciousness twice for myself in my head mentally. So it's a really lovely tool to have that you can use anytime, anywhere throughout your day.
Yeah, brilliant. Love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bridget.
Thank you. That was really lovely. I'm sort of new to yoga nidra. However, my mum's been making me when I was younger meditate, which I now appreciate a lot in hindsight. So I've done a lot of meditation. It's funny you mentioned earlier people with chronic pain and everything like that. I've got a lot of chronic pain, and I felt really quite sick at the start of this meditation, but I pushed through, and at the end I felt very relaxed. And I think I even entered maybe a tiny state of pratyahara in a little bit of it. So that was really lovely, which I haven't really done before as well. So that was, yeah, it was really nice.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jason.
Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for that, Scarlett. I was in another consciousness, another state totally. And just something that I wanted to add on someone, because I'm a yoga therapist as well. And I was doing yoga nidra with terminal patients, and they couldn't even walk. And they were really enjoying this practice so much because they didn't need to have any limb movements to have the bliss state like you mentioned. So if that was helped anyone that was talking before.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Beth.
Hi everyone, and thank you, Scarlett. I'm new to this group, and that was just really wonderful. I think if I had been lying down, I would have fallen asleep. I fall asleep a lot when I lie down, so the chair was a really nice way to do it. I've practiced yoga nidra for a long time. I've been teaching yoga for about 23 years now. I teach restorative, so I tend to bring in some yoga nidra into that, and pretty much every day I will have a guided yoga nidra practice. So I'm really keen to delve deeper and perhaps to find some more sort of creative script putting together. I think I'm quite interested in the creativity of it as well. Yeah. And I think I might be with Jenny as well. So hi to you, Jenny. I think we're in a little group together. Hi to you.
So yeah, especially since you've had so many years of yoga teaching, it's a really great thing that you're going to be able to apply your knowledge to creating scripts. The rotation of consciousness that we did in this practice, it was a little bit tweaked. It wasn't copied from the book directly. If you might notice the way we went into it was a little bit different. And that was more from a traditional hatha yoga practice from the Agama school of yoga that I have trained in as a tantra teacher and a hatha teacher. So, you know, you're going to pull on all your own practices and your own experience and start to be able to create scripts that are suited to the audience that you're teaching to, which is lovely. And in terms of, like, we were talking about the terminal ill students, you know, you can actually input some kind of healing affirmations into the yoga nidra, and it's going to be very, very powerful for them. Nice.
Anyone else?
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Hey, Dee. Oh, who said hello?
Juana. Yeah, my internet is not that great where I am right now. So that was really wonderful. I mean, I'm amazed how every time I do this practice is like just gets you straight there, and Pratyahara is just by the book. So thank you so much for it. I've been practicing Yoga Nidra for about 5 years now, probably almost daily, and I started practicing much longer ago when I was dealing with a year of insomnia. So I'm very grateful for this practice, and I'm very, very interested in finding ways of using it as more specifically to work with the sankalpa on specific things and issues that can be invited in this practice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how that can cross with other type of coaching or working with people on specific issues, because I think there is a very deep potential, you know, in that theta state to have things resolved through Nidra. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to this training, and I'm very grateful for you offering this at such an accessible price. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tanya. Tanya. Tanya is gone.
Yeah. I'm just looking on at the chat. So Gita, talking about focusing more on the exhalation rather than feeling the pain. Yeah, you never want to tell people to feel the pain, for sure. And the exhalation is a good way to support release of any discomfort. I would rather say discomfort than pain as well. Nice. And how does this waving of a virtual hand work? I don't know. Mara, you were mentioning that people can cue by waving their virtual hand.
But I don't see anyone queuing right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you got them. They spoke already, but there is an option to raise your hand where it says reactions.
Okay, okay.
And yeah, you can raise your hand and you keep it there, and then people get on the queue. So then you don't, you know, skip
Super.
people. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that.
There you go. B
Thank
has her
you.
hand up.
B, come on, B. Yoo-hoo. Yay!
I did my first 200-hour training with Tribe last year. I think I'm gonna cry.
Oh, me too.
Wow.
It was the most magical experience, and I'm so happy to be here with Tribe again and to see familiar faces and new faces. And I don't really know anything about Yoga Nidra except for the few classes that we did last year. And I'm just so excited to learn so much and to go on this journey with all of you.
Thank you, B. So nice to see you.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else?
Tanya, did you manage to unmute? Where is Tanya? Says she.
Christina.
No.
Oh,
Tanya's
Christina.
got a message in the chat saying it's saying you are not allowing me to unmute. Where are you, Tanya?
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can sort that out. I think you can unmute yourself. I don't have any option to do that.
Tanya, let me see.
Sorry for the technical hitch.
Okay, solicitar. Okay, reactivar audio. Tanya, check if you can do it now. No. Okay, maybe Diana, would you like to go while I'm trying to sort that out?
Okay, I'm going to reply to Rima as well. Rima, that's very fine. If you guys all want to be in a group together, obviously it's going to extend the time that you are together. So that's for German speakers. But I do believe there's another German speaker as well. So just go to the Facebook group to clarify your groups. You want to do that as soon as possible so you can get a time that you like. And you can switch between groups. We just give you a suggestion of the groups. But it worked really well over the last couple of trainings that people found other people to have their practicums with. So you do need to be in the Facebook group to do that. Anybody else? And if we have an odd number, so if there's only 2 people in the group at the end of the week, if the occasion rises that it's needed, myself or Raquel will attend some of your practicums. But really, you should have 3 people in your group minimum. Okay.
Okay, Diana, would you like to share?
Hi, do you mean me? It's Dina.
Okay, sorry.
That's
yes.
okay, no worries.
Dina. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here too. That practice was just absolutely gorgeous. Felt really, really relaxed and centered at the end of it. I've been teaching yoga as well for a number of years, although very much on a part-time basis because I had a full-time job. but I've recently stopped my work, and so I'm looking to start doing more yoga teaching, and I'd love to offer the Nidra as a standalone practice as well as incorporating it into my classes. But I also am a financial coach, and I work with lots of people who are very stressed with their financial situation, and I think this would be a lovely way to bring and incorporate a sense of well, a way to ease that stress and clear the mind before we work together. And I think it was Anna who also mentioned about sort of bringing it into different coaching practices. So that's a really interesting aspect, I think, for me.
Yeah. And sorry, can I just answer as well? I think it's really interesting as coaches as well to coach people to have a self-practice in Yoga Nidra, so they can do it for themselves. Whenever they need to, they can just sit down, lie down, whatever, and they can talk themselves through the process. So if you haven't had a self-practice of Yoga Nidra, where you're not putting on an audio, but you're actually talking yourself through the practice, that's something that we hope you will achieve by the end of the training, and you'll be able to do at will. Really lovely to give to people, because you really want to empower people to be able to manage their own stress, to be able to manage their own anxiety. Just like as a yoga teacher, you really want to empower people to have their own self-practice, to do their own asana without the need of a teacher ever. But we meet so many yoga students, and I see it on when I even coming to a teacher training, and students are like, oh no, I don't know how to practice at home. And it's just like they've been going to yoga classes for years. So that's a fault for us as teachers if we aren't supporting our yoga students to be empowered to know what they're doing on the mat so they can practice at home and whenever they want to. And it's the same with Yoga Nidra. Support your students to be able to self-practice.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. That's really good. I also have a very quick question. I think I may have mentioned to you, Scarlett, that I'm sort of traveling over the next few weeks, and I will try and attend, but there's no guarantee. But I think you said that this first one was really important and the last one. So
yes.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll try and do the practicums, but yeah, I can't guarantee it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it really makes a difference if you make it to the Zooms. I am recording them. There was a very one of the students had exceptional circumstances today and is not able to make today's opening ceremony. Normally I would say no, but in this case she's going to get this recording to catch up. And yes, we will record and we will send it out for you all to go over any material that was spoken in the Zoom. But as much as possible, try and make the Zooms. You do need to be at the last Zoom. It creates this like completion for you. It's not helpful to you to like not have a beginning, middle and end to this kind of process. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. And yeah, we are recording. And if you don't want to be shown on any promotional material, because I might just like take a snapshot or put that out on social media, you can quietly tell me that that's the case at any time. Okay. Good.
Okay, thank you. I think it's Kaz.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Hi, Scarlett. And a shout out to Tash as well, just so we know each other.
Okay.
I'd never thought of doing Yoga Nidra sitting up. That's just that's just a revelation to me. I've not had a self-practice of Yoga Nidra, but I am very grounded in my own meditation practice. I'm a counsellor and coach, so I see a lot of stress and anxiety. And one of the things that I want to do is I work exclusively online in that area. so one of the things that I want to do is kind of offer this as an online practice for people in my circle. So having the opportunity to actually learn online as well is an added bonus to me, you know, to be able to hold that space online to do that. And I think you did that beautifully, Scarlett. It was you know, just to see that in action was just beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you, Kaz. And it's really, really lovely to see you. You're all grown up.
Yeah, all grown up.
When was it that you did the teacher training? It was like
2018, I think it was, in at the session that we did at Ministry of Yoga in Crewe.
Oh, wow, nice.
Slightly strange story. I didn't realise that it was going to be an Ashtanga yoga training, and I'd never done Ashtanga before. But I went into it to deepen my own practice rather than teach, which was awesome. And I do teach a little bit still, but it's I do basically four classes a year with a group that I do a retreat with. So I basically facilitate the yoga sessions at the beginning of the days on the retreats, and I do that 2 or 3 times a year. So I do still teach, but it was mainly to deepen my own practice.
Nice.
But this is actually going to be something that I'm really passionate about offering outside and to my clients. So yeah.
Thank you, Kaz. I can see some hands. This is the first time I see the hands. Okay, who have we got in line? Okay, Edita. Is that right?
Yes.
Hi, hi everyone. Personally, I want to say hello to Jason and Paris because we just completed our yoga therapist training recently. So we know each other quite well for the last 2 years. Scarlett, you have very beautiful, very soothing voice, I have to say.
Thank you.
When I actually went to your website, when I was registering, I was listening to some of the videos, and it's absolutely beautiful voice. And I believe the voice is extremely important, especially in Yoga Nidra. So I hope in the next 4 weeks that I can learn, not only, you know, maybe to prepare a really good script, but also to learn about voice a little bit more. Like I mentioned before we started, I have an issue with my neck. Is a chronic. Sometimes I have good days, sometimes bad, but today is really I had a lot of pain, and I think it was Natasha who mentioned about the pain. I would suggest if the pain is in the neck, you can buy this massage, this spike, you know, with the little spikes on the. There's a special pillow. And there are little spikes on it, and that's what I'm using actually when I have the pains, but also I'm using it during Yoga Nidra when I'm listening to some audios on YouTube. And like Raquel, she mentioned, like say if she has to choose between the practice, that's not Yoga Nidra would be the number one. In terms of my own condition and the neck situation, I would say Yoga Nidra is probably, of course, all the techniques like asanas or doing TM meditation, everything is really helping all together. But Yoga Nidra, I would say, has the biggest positive effect on my neck. So, and I'm very, very happy that actually you give us the opportunity. And like Oana, she said, you know, like we should be really grateful that you allowed us for this really very good price to do this training. To have it accessible, you know, to everyone. And as like newly qualified yoga therapist, I am preparing a content for the workshop for people with the same condition I have, because there is no really much help in the works, you know, to kind of, it's a very complex condition. And Yoga Nidra was a kind of like a gap that I want, you know, that I felt I kind of wanted to get maybe more skills and experience and understanding And the book is amazing, what you mentioned. I started reading it already last week, and it's really so much detail. And it's really, I would say, like you said, it's like a Bible, you know, really to kind of understand, to get really, yeah, better kind of understanding of what Yoga Nidra is. So thank you for doing this fantastic course, and I'm really delighted to be part of it.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I think we have time for one more.
Yes, Anita.
Anita.
Hi, I'm Anita, and yeah, well, thank you so much for having me here. It's such a pleasure to be in this space with all these wonderful people, and the Yoga Nidra offering was so lovely and so needed at the moment. I've come to this. I saw it on Facebook. I've done a few teacher trainings over my journey, and I used to teach actually in Sri Lanka because that's where I'm originally from, and it's lovely that you guys do teacher trainings out there. I moved back to Britain 5 years ago. And had 2 little children, and I haven't taught since basically having children, except I taught a baby yoga session for a while, some time back. But I was literally just about to start teaching for this. I live in lovely Cornwall by the sea, and there's a lovely group that meet every morning for well-being, for mental health, and I was going to start teaching, and then I dropped a kettlebell on my foot on Friday, and so my toes are all smashed. So I can't walk at the moment, but it's beautiful because it's a wonderful journey that I'm now embarked on, and I'm learning so much just from not being able to do things that I was able to do before, and lots of space for lots of meditation and nidra, and working with like movement in a way, in a different way. So I'm going on this like little journey of exploration at the moment, and I think this nidra training has started at a beautiful time for me. I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita.
Okay, so Raquel is going to wrap this session up, and I just want to express my deepest heartfelt gratitude to you all for being here today and having this opportunity to all go through the next 4 weeks together, and let's see what comes up. Let's share as much as we can. Let's support and inspire each other as much as we can. When we did these trainings on the lockdowns, people were so grateful to be in a group like this on the lockdown. And they, some people were going through the most horrendous time, like difficult times were happening. And they said as well, it came at the right time for them. So there's never any coincidences. We're all here for a purpose and here at the right time. The universe is absolutely glorious. It's brought us all together, and I feel super blessed and super grateful for you all and for myself to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Scarlett, and thank you all for sharing everything that you have shared today with us. And we're going to seal the practice by lovingly closing our eyes and finding a comfortable seated position, and let your breath flow freely as if the air is breathing you. Let's tune into a sense of the air feeling nourishing and rewarding as you recognize with appreciation in your heart the opportunity to assimilate and integrate everything shared today. Welcome a lesson you've learned today, and let's thank the rishis and teachers that passes on all the teachings of yoga. Also thank yourself and your fellow students for your commitment to learn and explore more about yourselves and contribute to create a better world. Let's rest a few moments on that feeling of appreciation. And now bringing your hands into Anjali Mudra. We'll seal the practice with 3 Oms. Let's breathe in and out to synchronize our breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to Om. Releasing your hands, gently opening the eyes. And this session is now being completed. Namaste. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you at 7 o'clock next Sunday. But before that, you have some work to go through. Good luck and enjoy. Thank you.